Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. It is 7:12 a.m. on Saturday, the 18th of August, and I have a little Saber/Cream of the band Cookies and Cream. When are they going on tour? I'm not sure. But they are little cuties, and she's very skittish right now. She's young. She's also kind of in heat. Hamsters go through their menstrual cycle every 4 days, so she goes into heat quite a bit, but she's very, very friendly and active. She just is trying to survive. But once you get her in your hand, she calms down, but trying to grab her, of course, she just wants to live, so she runs. I'm going to put her back in her cage now, nice and careful. She's doing very well. In fact, when I set her down just there, she didn't even run. She's just sitting and sniffing. Very, very cool. Past that, oh yes, the reason I've got when you accidentally do the undoable, remember you're only human? Yesterday, I recorded 40 minutes. That's 8. I recorded 40 minutes, well, 4 and then 0. But 40 minutes of Terraria video. Managed to make a video out of the first 20 minutes. Was going to make a video out of the second 20 minutes. Didn't do it last night because I was so tired, and this morning, and while doing maintenance, accidentally deleted all the remaining video. So my Terraria video advertises itself as part 1 of 2 and just cuts out almost in mid-sentence because it was going to continue, but now it never will. I don't have any undelete programs. By the time I find one going online, my system just writing things, probably going to overwrite at least half of the written files there. Just by moving stuff around, the systems do. So, life is life. We're all only human, after all. One thing I do have, I went walkies last night, and it got really dark, because it's getting dark now. It used to be around 10 o'clock before it got really dark, and around 8:30 it was still pretty light. Now it's getting really dark right around 8 o'clock. By 8:30 it's getting pretty dim. So I went for walkies, recorded some video on that. Probably good 40 minutes or some. I'll probably have to divide that one up. But I just needed to go walkies, and I dragged the camera out with me because, well, hey, I didn't go to a park. It was just walking around in town and talking. I halfway realized that what I'm doing with my walkies videos, I've just kind of turned them into another vlog, since I just talk about whatever happens to fall into my head while I'm out walking. And that's what I do here, just talking about whatever falls into my head so I can bubble sort my brain. So however it works out, I'm glad to show the camera. I'm glad people watch. Thank you all very, very much. It is a nice area in here. The Pacific Northwest in Washington State is a very beautiful area. It is unique in many parts, unique to many parts of the U.S. and in many parts of the other world, because we have 4 not temperate zones. I keep calling them biomes now for video games because I can't remember what the real term is, but we really have like 4 biomes up in just one area in a relatively small spot. It's just like 1/4 of the state has like 4 different, they're not temperate zones, but zones of where there's radically different kind of life. From deserts to rainforests to, I can't remember what the other stuff is, but it's very beautiful. It's so sad that what with the heat and the way the global climate is changing, it doesn't rain as much as it used to, so everything's brown and dead when I go out walking. And even 5 years ago, when going out walking before, no, things were still alive about this time. Starting to get that way, but there was at least some greenery around this time. Now it's just everything's brown and dead. Thumbs up. I mean, what can you do? try to reduce your carbon footprint as best you can. But even at that, oh well, life is life. Things can be depressing. I'm going to reach down in here. Oh, she's running around. She's terrified. She's scared. And I'm cornering her. And I've got her in the corner. But when I touched her, up on her head, she immediately lifted her tail, which is why I'm thinking she's in heat here. Because I grabbed her head, and she immediately widened both of her rear legs and lifted her tail. So she's, ooh, very, very skittish. She does not want to die. She's a prey animal, and she knows she's a prey animal. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about today because I didn't do much yesterday. I just recorded videos and played video games, went for a walk, and then went to bed. It wasn't a very fascinating day yesterday. I didn't do a lot. I don't have a lot to think about. I don't have a lot to bubble sort my brain around. I still have things that my therapist talked about and that my doctor talked about that I'm running through my head. Because really and honestly, the way my head was is that if the human psyche is safety rated at like 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch, by the time my wife died, I had like 500 laser-tipped pointers putting 500,000 pounds of pressure per square millimeter. Everything was ready to go, and when she died, it was like someone just came up, studied everything there, took a ball-peen hammer and smacked it once on the worst fracture line, and my psyche just went pow! Shards everywhere, broken pieces, dust in the air, and I've been putting myself together, and I like to think I'm around 25%, but even as my therapist tells me, I've barely crawled out of the wreckage of the fight. I gotta be very kind to myself because I'm just out of the wreckage of the car crash and my wife dying. So what I'm trying to say is be kind to yourself. We are overly harsh on ourselves. We are 1,000 times worse on ourselves than we could ever be on anyone else. But you don't have to be. Give yourself time to be human. Holding yourself up to an impossible standard is only going to hurt you. You want to aim for the stars, yes. You want to shoot for the stars so that when you miss, you're going to hit the moon, because you're going to miss. We're only human. So aim for the stars so you can hit the moon. Because if you aim for the moon, you're just going to be shooting through the atmosphere. And if you only shoot for the atmosphere, you're never going to leave the ground. I'm not quite sure why that led up into that little rah-rah, sis-boom-bah sort of motivational speaker speech, but it is true. Shoot for the stars so that you can hit the moon. Because as human as we are, no matter where you set your sights on, you're likely not going to be able to hit that. Not because of any bad stuff, but just because we're only human. So aim high. High as you can. So that when you do fail, you at least hit up higher than if you just shot for something lower. Go for the gusto. I was almost going to say you only live once, but I hate that. It's so stupid. That's a value judgment. And it's a subjective value judgment to say it's so stupid. So I cannot actually say that. If even one person in the world thinks it's not, then it's not. So value judgment, subjective. It's like the phrase yas and all that. It's ick. But then it's new slang and new stuff is made for new people, and slang and terms and culture words are used to define people by their use of the words, and my generation is not that type of generation to use that stuff. I never want to end up being that Steve Buscemi type character where he's obviously 50 years old going through a high school dressed like children, well, teenagers, dressed like a teenager with a skateboard over his shoulder going like, "Good afternoon, fellow children." It's like, no, I don't want to ever be that. I'm 50, well, I'm coming up on 56, and I'm young at heart, but that's just because I'm basically immature. So there we go with that. I don't fit in with a lot of people my own age. I find most people my own age just boring, and I don't know how to relate with people that are 56 and older. I don't get along with older generations. I play video games. I love computers. I read comic books. I talk about comic books. I write weird stories. I do things that generally aren't older generation stuff. And the stuff that is older generation stuff just bores me to frickin' tears. I don't care about cars. I don't care about working. I don't care about, you know, hey, this truck here is really good for hauling stuff when you need to go out into the woods. And it's like, good Lord. Number one, I don't want a truck. Number two, I'm not hauling anything. Number three, I don't like cars are boring. Sit me down in front of a computer. Give me the latest shooter game. That's what I'm interested in. I don't care about this older generation stuff. I'm not one of them mentally. I don't know how to deal with people my own age and older. Generally, I just feel very uncomfortable and don't know what to say, because anything I say is like, well, hey, you ever make up that D&D character? And they're like, well, no. But on this John Deere tractor I was telling you about. So, different worlds entirely. Thumbs up on that. Well, I think it's going to be a shorter vlog. I don't really have a ton of stuff to say. Other than, I do have a game channel if you wanted to check that out. If you like watching older people do Let's Plays on video games, I try to do at least one daily. Definitely a thumbs up if you wanted to check that out. It's not monetized. It'd be cool if we could get it monetized, but even if it isn't, I'm still going to do videos for it because I do this to entertain and to build my own psyche back up again. Definitely a thumbs up. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. Whether it is a good comment, a bad comment, or a different comment, the fact is you left me a comment. Thank you very, very much. It is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I'm fibro and worse, so I do my best. And if I mispronounce your username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're not really good at pronouncing stuff. I'm better than most, so I try. Calling up my Chrome, and my Chrome is gone. Well, that's amusing. My Chrome died. I am now calling up Chrome so that I can open up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. This is just bothersome. My whole system has been doing this today, and I do not understand. Things have been shutting down that I haven't personally shut down. I think I need to reset my computer because it's just been acting wonky. But I've almost got there. Almost got 24. There we go. 24 hours worth of comments. We have Product Dutta, thank you very, very much. And Brian Glenn, greatly appreciated. Zoe, greatly appreciated. I Love Knowledge, with an A instead of an O, thank you very, very much. The Legit _ Barless, thank you. Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. A.M., thank you very, very much. And Honey 10 Mellow, greatly appreciated. Jeff Haynes, thumbs up and thank you. Camel Toe, T-O-W. And T Toby 89, thumbs up and thank you. Skeef, thank you very, very much. Mike Smith, thumbs up. Maiden CDA, thank you very, very much. Arctic Jonas, greatly appreciated. Tom McSee, never worry about leaving me comments. I love them. Thank you very, very much. And John Timing, thank you very, very much. Sloosh Douche, thank you very much. Farron, greatly appreciated. Enrique Ramirez, greatly appreciated. Tundra Keeper, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kitscat, thumbs up. Rectus Rectumius, something like that. I hope I got it right. Thank you. And FBI, thumbs up and thank you. And Aiden Buckley, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you has stated to get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. I banged the cage with my elbow and I scared little Saber. Poor little Hammy. Thumbs up. Thank you, each and every one of you. Trying to think. I'm losing my mind. I do have an Amazon wish list if you wanted to check that out. It'd be very awesome. It's got everything from like hamster food to a PS VR set. So no matter where you are on the realm or spectrum of financial stability, from dirt poor to highly rich, there's something for everybody. And of course, if you don't want to buy anything but you do want to support me, I do have a PayPal with so links are down below on that. And of course, I've lost the rest of my mind. No, I am still partnered with HumbleBundle.com. So if you wanted to check that out, if you like purchasing PC software, that would be cool. I am a paid partner with them, so if you do purchase anything, I get paid too if you use the link. They have games, development software, they have ebooks, e-comic books, all sorts of stuff. So if you like PC software, hey, give them a check. It would be pretty cool. Don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. But hey, if you like it. Well, shucks. If you can check out my links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+, just trying to keep track of the time in my head. If you can donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you don't want to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now to the literal, well, end of time. And when I die, well, the universe ends with me. To my mind, anyway. Well, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing. Hopefully you're going to have a good Saturday. I just don't have anything to talk about. So take care, and I'll see you.